And I think this patch is going to be insane, guys. They are giving us little teasers, and they are really good teasers. When they drop the big news, it is going to be insane. Hey guys, we just got new teasers for the next patch for PoE 2, the 0.2.0 patch that is coming really soon. And they have been dropping teasers like every few days, and we just got new teasers. So let's look at them. They say, here are a few new teasers for what you can expect to see in content update 0.2.0. Check them out below. We'll be adding a quality of life feature that lets you lock your main hand, off hand, or both, so that you can use the same items between weapon sets 1 and 2. And this is awesome, dude. Check this out.
Tired of finding 2 good weapons to take advantage of the skill tree's weapon set system?
Yes, I am.
Well, in Path of Exile 2's 0.2.0 content update, we're making a quality of life change that lets you use the same weapon in both weapon sets.
Thank you. I didn't know I needed this, but I did. Like, I knew I needed it, but it was like, I don't know. I didn't identify it this way. They are solving it insanely cool. For example, I have a warrior, right? And I have my two-handed weapon in one hand with Giant's Blood and the shield in the other hand. But when I hit with Thunder, I want to switch out the shield, take out another two-handed weapon, and hit with both weapons for the Thunder, right? So I get more damage. But if I want to do that right now, my one two-handed weapon that I have on one hand, I can't use it. I change completely, and I have to bring out 2 different weapons. So in total, I have to have 3 two-handed maces to be able to do this change. It is insanely stupid, my dude. So with this new thing, I just have to buy the other one for the other hand, but the one I am already using, I keep using it. It is fucking awesome, and that is for everything. So this is also cool, even if you can go even beyond that. Don't think about weapon swaps. Forget weapon swaps. This can be used in any build now with just a weapon you have, because now you will think about, if I am in a single target situation, I would prefer to have these 5 nodes or these 10 nodes over here instead of these 10 nodes over here that are for AoE, right? Now you don't even think about other weapon, because you can set these 2 things with the same weapon, but when you switch weapon, in quotes, because it is the same weapon, you switch the skill tree, and now you are dealing single target. So this weapon lock is not only really good to prevent you from having to buy another weapon, having to craft or find another weapon, but it is also cool to open more build options with your same weapon. Even if you don't pretend having multiple builds or doing crazy shit, you can still swap between the 3 depending on the situation you are in. So this is awesome. This is insanely cool, dude. Then they say, we mentioned before that we're adding a plethora of new support gems to give skills that lack them more options. Here are a couple new ones you can expect to see. Battle Shout and Perfection. Let's take a look at them. So they keep, it is true, they said we are going to add a ton of new support gems, and so far they have showed 7, including these 2. And we can expect many more. I told you guys, this patch is going to be huge. And these are the minor teasers, because they are saving the big guns for the big reveal. Brother, they are going to reveal new classes, I am sure of it, dude. Well, but let's look at these support gems, dude. The Battle Shout support gem. Okay. Then the War Cry, and they explode. Okay, so what you can see here is supports War Cry skills. Supported skills trigger physical damage explosions on enemies within their range who have fully broken armor but cannot themselves break armor. So this is basically detonating an armor explosion, but with a War Cry. We have an armor explosion right now in the game. It is a support gem, but it is that when you hit a character and you break their armor with that same hit, you trigger an armor explosion. Now this is if the target already has the broken armor, and you War Cry, then you make the explosion. It is similar but different. I like this thing because it is for the Warbringer. Warbringer was my first ever ascendancy in PoE 2, so it holds a special place in my heart. War Cry is cool for them. This sounds like it can be useful. But if you read the tooltip, it has something that really pisses me off. And when you see all the tooltip, it says explosion radius 2 meters, 4% more damage per 50 strength. That is cool. Deals physical damage equals to, so this part is important. Deals physical damage equal to 50% broken armor of the target triggered from. So if you break armor for 1k, then you have 500 hit on top of the 4% more damage per 50 strength, right? But then the problem comes in here. Does not take into account over broken armor. And that is, if you know the Warbringer, you know that you have 4 nodes in your ascendancy. One of them gives you, like you go the first 2 and it is for breaking armor. And the other 2 that are behind is that you can break armor reaching into the negatives. Now, reaching into the negatives won't benefit you for this. What the fuck, dude? I am doing like my whole ascendancy revolving around breaking armor. Going into the negatives would be insanely cool. And now I can't use it for this. Why are you punishing that node? Armor sucks. Nobody is taking that node. I know that maybe in the new patch they are fixing armor and maybe that node is going to be better. But still, dude, why do you have it against breaking armor with the Warbringer? Just let it take into consideration that extra armor, dude, the broken armor, because I am investing 2 ascendancy points on top of the 2 that I already invested. So 4 ascendancy points to get there. Allow me to take advantage of going into the negative, because if not, why the fuck am I going into the negative armor? I am sorry for the rant, because maybe you don't care about Warbringer, but I am giving you context about this support gen. It is a good support gen. I like it. It is going to probably be used. It is useful. But this shit pisses me off because this could be really powerful with that node for the Warbringer, and they are not allowing you to do it. Okay. Then we go for the perfection support teaser. And this is a doozy. This sucks. Nobody's going to use this shit.
Bullseye.
By the way, I like that ability a lot, the snipe ability for the Ranger. But it is too slow. You have to remain static. Everything in the game is on crack. Nobody's going to let you use a snipe. And on top of that, it sucks. It doesn't have enough damage. So there are other things that hit harder and you can move and you don't have to charge. So it is like, why the fuck am I doing this? But okay, that is the ability that exists now in the game. Now the perfection gem says, the support gem, the new support gem perfection says, support skills which have a benefit for perfectly timing their use. So this is also not only for a snipe, but this also works for perfect strike for the mace that warriors use right now a lot in the speed running. So you have oh, give me a second, I didn't read it. So on successfully executing perfect timing with supported skills, gain perfection. The perfect timing is you have these abilities that you charge, and they have if you haven't used a snipe or perfect timing, they have a little window where if you release, you are charging the ability, and if you release it at the perfect moment, then you hit with the perfect timing, and they hit hard in that moment. They are useless, by the way, they are completely useless if you don't hit the perfect timing. So you have basically, if you want to make this a viable build for yourself, you have to hit the perfect timing every single time. If not, they are useless. But they say in here, on successfully executing perfect timing with supported skills, gain perfection. Above, called perfection, okay, which is a powerful damage buff. Is it that powerful? I don't think so. We are going to see what it does. However, failing to execute any perfect timing, even with the skills not supported by perfection, will remove all perfection on you. So you have to be sure of hitting the perfect window every time. But what I am reading from this ability is that if I hit, for example, perfect strike, and I hit the perfection, right, the perfect timing, I get the buff, I can hit with other stuff, and the other stuff gets the buff. Not only this same ability, right? That is what I am getting from this. Maybe I am getting it wrong, but that is what I get, because when you see the perfection buff, what does it say? Perfection lasts for 6 seconds and can stack up to 3 times, granting 5% more damage per stack. So it is not increased damage, it is more damage. That is important to know. Failing to successfully execute perfect timing will remove all perfection stacks on you. But this just gives basically, when you get the perfection buff, you will get it up here. I have to imagine they are going to get it in here. They had it up in there. And it doesn't specify that it is for this ability. So what I think it does is that it gives you 5% more damage per stack, no matter what you hit with, right? So you can use Perfect Strike. For example, you get 5% more damage. Maybe you want to do it a couple of times to get the 3 stacks, which is annoying as fuck. Like, it is 6 seconds. If I have to hit 3 Perfect Strikes in a row, in the perfect timing, by the time I hit the third, the first one is almost done, dude, or halfway through. So that is stupid, unless you refresh the stacks and then, okay, a little bit better. But 6 seconds for such a requirement is too tight of a window, in my opinion, because perfect timing, charging the ability, hitting it, doing 3 times in a row, not failing a perfect window. Like, my dude, it is too much of a requirement for 6 seconds. Like, okay, 50% more damage is kind of cool, but too much requirements. I believe there are other gems in the tree that can help, like give you more damage, to have 20 more damage, 30 more damage with less requirements. But let's forget about that. Let's focus on let's imagine I only want the 5% more damage. I hit with Perfect Strike 1 time, I get the buff, and now I can, I don't know, Hammer of the Ancients, and that hammer gets the 5% because I have the buff. And that is the cool thing about this. It will function as if you are giving a 6 support gem or a 7 link to another ability. Imagine you have your Hammer of the Ancients completely 6 linked with all the support gems. How do I give this Hammer of the Ancients 5%, 10%, or 15% more damage? I do it with the Perfection buff because I hit first with Perfect Strike. I get the Perfection buff. And now I hit with the Ancient of Hammers. With the Hammer of Ancient of Hammers. With the Hammer of Ancients, motherfucker. English, please, dude. Okay. Guys, I know a lot of you get pissed off about the accent, that I can't understand whatever the fuck he's saying. Brother, nobody's more pissed off than me, dude. Nobody's more pissed off than me. Understand me. I really want to talk this shit the right way, but the words don't come out right, dude. Understand me, please. I know that a lot of people also enjoy the accent. We have people on both sides. Some people enjoy it, some people hate it. And well, what can I tell you? I want to do it all right, but it is hard for me, dude. So you get the Perfection buff, you hit with another ability, you get the buff. That is what I am understanding. And that is basically the only way I can see this being useful. Because for the same ability hitting, I don't know. This doesn't seem like a great support gem. Maybe it will be better in practice and we are downplaying it. But it doesn't seem that it is so great, so I think this one is better for sure. For this teaser, and of course we have this, that they are modifying the visuals for the essences, for the rares that are trapped in essences, and let's be honest, this looks fucking cool. I like this because I also, in my Atlas 3, I went, well, there is a part where you can choose, even if you are speccing into waystones and rares and all that shit, there is a moment where you have to choose if you want to go with shrines, strong boxes, or essences. And I went with essences. I prefer essences. So looking at this, it is cool for me. It looks cool, dude. But those were the 4 teasers, right? This visual for the essences, the 2 support gems, and the weapon lock system. In my opinion, this is the biggest news in here. The weapon lock system. This is insane. This will open a ton of opportunities. This will make it so that people use it more. A lot of people don't use this system precisely because you need another weapon. So they don't ever even try to have the switch up in the skill tree because you need the other weapon. Now with this, everybody's going to use the system because now you don't require anything else. With the same setup that you have, you can adapt depending on the situation. Everybody is going to use this. This also gives a ton of value to the Witch Hunter class ascendancy that has a node to have more spec points per weapon. So this makes it more attractive because now that class, that ascendancy, is going to be even more adaptable than any other class depending on the situation without having to actually weapon swap. So this is the best thing I believe that they are introducing in this teaser, and I am really happy that this exists, and I am pissed at myself because I didn't even knowing that this was a problem because of what I explained to you earlier about my warrior with the three 200 maces that I will need, I didn't express that they should make this change. And I am pissed off at myself because I should have recommended this change before. I should have seen it. I should have said, you know what? Allow me to use the same weapon for the 2 weapon sets. And I never did that, and that pisses me off. But hey, that is why they are the game developers, right? And they saw the problem, they are fixing it. It is fucking awesome. And I think this patch is going to be insane, guys. They are giving us little teasers, and they are really good teasers. When they drop the big news, it is going to be insane. I am still banking, like my predictions are, Druid, Contest, and Act 4. Those are my predictions, my big predictions. Everybody says that I am crazy because they are being doomers. No, we are not getting new classes. We are not getting new acts. Okay, maybe I don't know. But those are my bets, and I am still banking on it. Let's see what happens. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all of this, about the big patch, about these teasers. What do you think about the essence change, the 2 support gems, the weapon lock teaser? Let me know everything in the comments below, dude. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Also remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are fucking awesome. God bless ya. And remember, don't be afraid ever, because this is just a ride.